You don't choose your family, but you do choose your friends. So go with the ones that build you up the better. My dad had an old saying that kind of sparked my mind hearing this, and it was a stupid saying that made no sense. And it went, you can pick your nose and you can pick your friends, but you can't wipe your friends on the sofa. Have no idea what that means. Thought I'd just share it with you to show you the insanity in my father's head sometimes, the things he found humorous. But there's some truth in the fact that you do pick your friends. And you pick your friends because generally it's someone that you vibe with that will help build you up and you can build them up. There's this reciprocity between the two of you that you kind of build on energy of each other and lift each other's energies up in your friend groups. And sometimes that's not the case inside a family. And you don't get a choice on who your family is. You're just born into it. And sometimes there's toxicity in them relationships. And I was talking to a friend today, and they were feeling some guilt and shame for just not enjoying the time that they spent with their family, especially one member of this family, the father of this family, that shows extreme narcissistic traits. Everything's got to bend to him. It's if not enough attention is being shown by the whole group, he's got to do something to make sure everyone pays attention to him. Type person. He constantly demands respect. This is an evangelical family, and they follow by that religious credence of the father, the head of the household. All respect is just not earned, but given and demanded at all times, no matter what happened, no matter what kind of relationship was built in. And my friend doesn't have a great relationship with their father, but yet still the demand of respect and the authority in here. Even so much that when my friend was in their 30s and 40s, the father got upset and said, "You respect your mother and father. It's in the Bible." And it's like, I'm in my 30s and 40s. I should, or it was obey my father. It's like, I'm going to obey my marital partner in this situation, not necessarily you. You don't have any more say in my life. I'm grown. I have children. I'm married type thing. But there's that respect that was always demanded and expected at all times. And a lot of family kowtows to this and just caves in and gives it to them. And it feeds off that energy, just like a true narcissist would. And my friend was feeling some guilt and shame after dealing with the family here for a little bit and seeing the other siblings kind of bow down and cater to him. And my friend is more outspoken and calls the father on the bullshit and doesn't say, "I'm not doing that. There's no need for me to do that. You can get up and get yourself a sandwich, or you can go do this yourself. There's no need for us to wait on you hand and foot and play into your little games you're playing." And that's not liked, and it causes some other issues where they're trying to point out things and all this, and it's just toxic. And as we're sitting there discussing this, I said to him, well, you pick your friends, not your family. And you have to set boundaries within your family and understand if there's toxicity in a relationship, you have to have a boundary there, because that's just going to drain you. And you're not going to be the productive person you can. And that guilt and shame is coming from old programming of religious mindset of this honoring of your parents no matter what they've done to you, how they've treated you, what kind of relationship you have. Honor that relationship. And that's a bunch of bullshit. If there wasn't anything coming in, if it's one way on everything that's given, you will get nothing out of that relationship. You're just given all the time, and that's going to take from you, and it's going to prevent you from being the best person you possibly can be. So you need to set that boundary. You need to get out of that religious mindset of respect is given no matter what. Respect is earned. And you can say that to your family too. Just because we're related, blood's not thicker than water. Definitely not. You have to earn respect throughout life. You have to earn trust and everything else. And if you break that trust or break that respect, it's going to take even more to earn it back. You can have that just standard for your family also. That's allowable and understandable. And if we can get out of that mindset of that religious mind of this is automatic and understand that it's not, it's earned still. We have to have two-way streets with all our relationships. Otherwise, we won't strive, we won't succeed, we won't get better. Our friends help us with that. And we kind of, cater to our, just prune down our friends and all this, because sometimes the relationships fall off, or sometimes a relationship turns toxic and we have to set up a boundary here. And that happens in life. and we get new friends that help build us up even more. We can do that with family too, and just say, hey, here's a boundary. We're not going to deal with this anymore. You're stealing too much of my energy. I'm focusing way too much on this and giving way too much of this and getting nothing in return. I need to focus on myself, and that's fine. And you shouldn't feel any guilt and shame for doing that, because you have to treat yourself and take care of yourself first and foremost, instead of dealing with toxicity in relationships. And I think a lot of people that came from Christian backgrounds have to deal with that toxicity too much, of this narcissistic mindset of give, give, give to me and get nothing in return. It drains so many people and prevents people from being what they can do in this world to help out better. And if we can just set that boundary and say, screw you, I need to look out for myself and take care of myself first and foremost, eventually maybe I'll heal enough to be able to deal with you at an arm's distance. But this relationship, until the toxicity is eliminated and gone and you realize the issues that you're causing, isn't going to work. It's not going to work for me because I'm giving way too much and getting nothing back from it. And build yourself up. Use your friends and the people you pick, because those are the ones that are going to help you out more, because you've picked them for certain reasons. You vibe together, you get along together, you move out, and you move along in life together. They encourage you and build you up. Focus on them and not the people that take it away. And hopefully most of you have family that isn't toxic and builds you up. But unfortunately, I see a lot of people on here that have deconstructed that deal with toxicity. Focus on the people that bring you up in the world and set boundaries with the people that want to drain you.